Alright, progress update. Since we found this small patch of plains between the swamp and the meadows, I'll be making this as a farm for my flax and barley and hopefully upgrade my items and make some plains food. Most of the video will be sped up. Done building the fence. And I'm just fixing some holes here. Just cultivating the soil here. I think I'm gonna try to plant just a few flax and barley because I don't want to lose them. So just a few. Setting up the kiln and the smelter so that we can set up a forge. Checking out the crops. Starting to set up the small hut for the forge and the crafting table. Flooring is done. Now setting up the walls. Walls done. Now the roof. Roof is done with the blob outside. Putting down a workbench. Harvesting some crops. Just moving the portal inside the hut. Missing some floors. Just adding some grass just to see. But actually I just want to cultivate the land and flatten it so that when I plant I just go in a straight line. Don't ask me how I made it straight. I guess it's just luck or a bug. I'm using a public test environment. Planting some more barley and flax. Having problems installing the roof so that the door doesn't get rain damage. Didn't really need a pole to put the roof on top. Upgrading the workbench, adding some chopping block and a tanning rack. So now it's level 3. Setting up some sharp stakes so that the monster won't bother me and also keep my plants safe. The stakes are working, but there's a hole in my security. Still works. It didn't surround the whole base or the farm, but we'll fix it later. Not today though. Looks like you can't get the materials that you already spent. So you can't just replace your sharp stakes. I don't know, maybe when it just loses its durability, you can't get the materials back. Smelting some copper so that I can set up the forge finally. Alright, putting down the forge. Just rearranging something. Okay, so I went home and just took some of the already built upgrades for the forge. So now it's level 3. So some of them doesn't really need metal, so that's good. I've now moved the artisan table and missing that bird. And also the spinning wheel so that I can make some linen thread. Also setting up the windmill so I can make some flour and some bread and some other plains food. Almost there, but I still lack materials to actually make them. Just getting this ready for a port so that I can haul the iron when I travel and also other metals. Setting up an item stand here for the cultivator so that I can just put them in and put it there and then free up some more space in my inventory. Just ignoring the monsters outside while you plant. I probably need to repair that again. There's a deer casually dying over there. Finally have some iron. Time to make those other stuff. Struggling to set up the spice rack. So I decided to put up a wall. Maybe that will help. but actually it still didn't help. I also built a hearth already here. I now have a cauldron, so we're getting there. So now let's set up some kind of roof for the hearth so that it doesn't, you know, go out when it rains. Was able to finally set up the spice rack. Setting up the blast furnace so that I can forge, well, smelt the black metals. I thought when you craft the pots and pans, that will allow you to make the plains food, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't upgrade the cauldron, so you have to set up the butcher's table too. I have some silver here, ready to set up the butcher's table. Finally able to set up the butcher's table. Next should be the oven. Yeah, I got some new stuff there. I'm finally able to make an oven and put some dough or wheat or whatever and bake some pies. So plains food, here we go. Just trying to cook some of these new food and see how it tastes like. Don't forget to add some wood. Finally some plains food. That's it. I'll be expanding this place to have a bed and also move my forge and my kitchen and the meadows area because I don't want to travel back and forth. But yeah, afterwards we'll explore the plains further and then see if we can defeat Yagluf. Like and subscribe.